Greetings, everyone. I am F. Keith Slaughter, Senior Servant of the Beloved Community Church of Atlanta. Our ministry began 5 years ago with a few dedicated souls who were dedicated to serving our people and worshiping our God. We are a small church. However, since we began, we have slowly grown from a mere idea into a thriving, busy, and dynamic presence in the Pittsburgh community of Atlanta, Georgia. The coronavirus pandemic indelibly altered the work of our ministry. The food and resources gap between the poor and others has widened right before our eyes. As the world around us changed, we recognized the need to expand our already established food pantry to include a food sharing component for children and adults in our community. We now serve hot meals, sandwiches, snacks, and beverages 3 days a week and provide emergency food pantry access throughout the week. The times required that we expand our capacity to serve, but we had inadequate facilities needed to do the work. To that end, we recently acquired a historic Pittsburgh landmark formerly known as Little Zion Baptist Church. Our plan is to transition our food pantry and resource brokerage center, including a new day shelter component, into the Little Zion Annex of the Beloved Community Church. We need room to grow, and I need your help to make it happen. The food pantry will give community members and their families access to nutritious food in a clean and healthy environment. The Resource Brokerage Center will connect persons to information and benefits available to them, while the day shelter will create space for showers and personal care, cell phone recharging stations, and other help for our unsheltered sisters and brothers. So here's the ask. I'm asking you to be mindful and prayerful around your possible role in helping us to take care of some good people who need to feel the experience of human love, care, and compassion in the midst of their struggle. After considering the possibilities, I ask that you would share your best gift with us to help us renovate the building, put on a new roof, replace the damaged flooring, and rebuild the handicap ramp to make it a bright, healthy, secure space for healing and restoration to occur. I believe that this is good ground. Won't you help us by investing in making Dr. King's vision of the beloved community a blessed reality? You can help us by cash apping us at $the beloved community. You may also go to my website, drfkeithslaughter.org, and make a PayPal donation. But however you give, make sure you give to this good and worthy cause.
Y'all know what it is.
I can't sit at the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves in sheep clothing.
Come on.
Run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Mr. Slaughter D called me Trap Pastor. I talk slow, but you know I rap faster.
That right.
Hard rhymes, I'm as serious as cancer. Recognize you ain't a slave, you a master. Came here on the bottom of the boat.
That right.
Can't flow, so I had to backstroke. Coming up on the verses that I rode. Every day I slang hope, not dough. Black excellence, down with the team. Malcolm X's nightmare, Martin Luther's dream. Fight the power, can you feel what I mean? Like Rakim said, I'm a microphone fiend. Came south on a special invitation. I say a word on the current situation. No delay, no more hesitation. All you fist up, take your preparation, sucker.
Y'all know what it is.
I can't sit the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves of sheep clothing.
Come on.
Run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Oh, yeah, so you think you can run away from reality? You think you can run away from the problems? You think you can find yourself someplace else to go where there's no God? Hey, man, wherever you go, God is already there waiting on you. So stop running. And if you gotta run, tie your shoes, sucker. Hey, man. What's good? What the deal is? Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to reset because I almost believed that yesterday. So these applause are supplied by Big, not Lil. But I feel it coming from you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of The Situation with your brother, Dr.F. Keith Slaughter, the Trap Pastor, the Machine, Mr. Get It All Day, Mr. Make It Happen. You already know what the deal is. Welcome. Today is February the 2nd. The year is 2022. That's 2022. Oh, interesting day. If you into numerology. At any rate, it is Wednesday, February 2nd. You're living in the midst of a pandemic, but somehow you're still alive. And so that's enough to give the Creator reference today. I was give God some praise. So I was reading a piece this morning from a book called Flash of the Spirit. And actually, I left it in my truck in my haste to get in here this morning, so I'm going to have to share with you what I read from my memory. What is preeminent in the understanding of a particular people, a particular African people, as we celebrate Black History Month, African American History Month, with a little bit of African history thrown in there, because there is no African American history without African history. And of course, as we shared on yesterday, it's absolutely asinine to engage a conversation about the history of Africans in America without looking at the history of Africans, the progenitors of humankind, the ones who first arrived on the planet, emerged on the planet, and began to do the work of attempting to figure out how to survive and exist in a space that was, I would imagine, strange and new for them. The ones who found themselves dividing in order to multiply, moving out from the Olduvai Gorge all over the known planet, moving around, observing, and staying, and morphing into something new and different, another people. Just like we have created another people. If we would actually risk believing in the idea of unity for black people, what we would have done is created one of the largest tribes, one of the largest ethnic groups, if you will, on the planet. The American black man and black woman is a whole nother creation. We just so happen to be God's latest creation that is formed out of Africans and Asians and Europeans and indigenous people. Here we are, the manifestation of it all. We are the engine in the machine. And we also the paint on the body. Aesthetics are preeminent and they emerge out of us. That which is beautiful, that which is formed properly, and that which has power. And so, on this day, the second day of Black History Month, African American History Month, Indigenous Freedmen Descendants Month, just remember that every day is a celebration. I am Black History, and so are you. That's the situation. You want to know what the deal is. What up, though? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, man, it's so much going on news-wise today. My goodness. All right, sisters and brothers, little children's, nephews, nieces, cousins. You want to know what the deal is, and I want to share with you what it is that I have learned since the last time we spoke. We start off and let me see if I can find this because I had to pull my Africa news together. My crack research staff didn't send me no Africa news this morning, so I had to do the tedious work of attempting to find it myself. And it's here. I gotta take my glasses off, that's why I can't see. At the top of news coming off the African continent, there was an attempted coup in Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau's president says the coup attempt has failed and the government is in control. Guinea-Bissau's president Umaro Sissoko Embalo said an attempted military coup to overthrow him failed on yesterday, and he called for calm across the country. Defense forces engaged in crossfire with the alleged perpetrators for 5 hours before averting the coup. He added that many members of security forces were killed in that failed attempt, but did not confirm the number of casualties. Several arrests have also been made. Mbalo also said that he believes the perpetrators of the coup intended to kill him and members of his cabinet who were gathered for a weekly meeting in the president's palace.
He also added that drug traffickers and corrupt agents were also involved in this very well-planned coup attempt that was, however, foiled by the government of Guinea-Bissau. And it makes me wonder. One of the first things I did, is look to see just what European country colonized that particular African country. And that would be Portugal. So the Portuguese got something to do with this. Particularly when when the president mentions folks trying to influence who attempted the coup being connected with drug dealers and cartels. Burkina Faso, that I've been talking to you about all week, Burkina Faso's army said that it took control of the country on this past Monday, and they deposed President Roch Kabore, dissolved the government and the parliament, suspended the constitution, and shuttered its borders. The coup was announced on state television by Captain Sissori Kader Kouedraogo, who said the military had seized power in response to the ongoing degradation of the security situation in the country and the incapacity of the government to unite the population. And so the military takes over and starts a war in Burkina Faso. This is crazy, y'all. All you have to do is imagine that this is happening right here. Yeah, they tried the same thing on January the 6th of last year. So it can happen anywhere in the world. So when I was about to say, man, this is unbelievable. How could this happen? Well, it happened right here in this country, so it's very understandable how it is that coup attempts happen. And they do, not only on the African continent, but right up the street and around the corner from you as well. Mali's military rulers say that the French ambassador has 72 hours to get the hell out of Mali. Yep. Boy, it's going down on the continent, man. French envoy Joel Meyer was summoned earlier Monday by the West African country's foreign ministry and instructed to leave over hostile and outrageous statements that were made by French authorities that were targeted at those who have taken over the government in Mali. And I'm quoting now, the government of the Republic of Mali informs the national and international community that this day, Monday, 31 January 2022, the ambassador of France to Mali, His Excellency Joel Meyer, was called by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, who notified him of the decision of the government instructing him to leave the country within 72 hours. The ultimatum comes barely 1 week after Mali severed diplomatic ties with France, announcing a change to its official language from French to Bambara and ordering French troops to evacuate its territory. And this is all according to a recent communication. All right. Ashe. Okay. Now let's see what real independence looks like for Mali. And let's also see what kind of support that they will get from ECOWAS and the African Union, because surely France will attempt to retaliate. It also makes you wonder what stance China and Russia are going to take as relates to this particular, let us say, colonial power vacuum that has been created. Man, it's exciting on the African continent, man. A lot of stuff going down, man. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Closer to home. Let me get back over where I need to be. Bam, bam. And let me see here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, there you go. Bam, there you go. Okay, so you think that was crazy. You think it's going down on the African continent. Let's come closer to home. So I don't care about The View. I don't watch it. I know it's a show. I have seen it. But I guess I'm always working when it's on, and so I've never really paid too much attention to it. However, one of the stars of the show, The View, which is a show that comes on daily. It's a daily kind of cultural talk show with Whoopi Goldberg and some old white women. And they sit around a desk and they talk about what interests white women, basically, every day. So you could imagine me not really paying attention to that. At any rate, Whoopi Goldberg, according to Associated Press and NPR, has been suspended for 2 weeks as co-host of The View because of what the head of ABC News called her wrong and hurtful comments about Jews and the Holocaust. So, what did she say? She said she apologized. She said she misspoke. And I'm trying to find out, what exactly did she say? She said that the Holocaust was not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to other man. What was so upsetting to Jews about that? What was so upsetting about that true statement, that the Holocaust was not about race? It wasn't, because Judaism is not a race. It's a religion. It had nothing to do with race. And you know why I can say that to you unequivocally? And it's this. There is no box to check on the census that says Jew. Therefore, Jew is not a race. You can't check Jew on your driver's license. What do Jews check? They check white. And the only reason that they can flex the kind of power that they flex is because of white supremacy. They are white. And to be Jewish is not to be a part of another race. Jews love their whiteness. They take advantage of their whiteness because they are white. They are Europeans. So what in the hell are they talking about? What they're doing is flexing their white privilege. And someone ought to be able to say that, but you know the reason that people don't say it is because if you say it in your own media, then you immediately put out media, just like Whoopi Goldberg got done for 2 weeks. And Whoopi Goldberg loved Jewish people. Hell, she adopted a Jewish last name. I mean, come on. It's a stage name, but still, that name is associated with people who call themselves Jews. So hell, I don't understand this, man. Like I said, I do understand it. It's Jewish people flexing their white privilege. They wish for the Holocaust to be about race, and they want to say it's about race, but they claim to be white. You can't do both of them. You can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? And again, show me Jew on the census. Show me the Jew box. Show me the Jew box on the driver's license. If being Jewish was a race, you would find that on those documents. Yes or no? Am I lying? Am I telling the truth? Yeah, I can't get no hell yeah on that, but that's where hell yeah go right there. Ain't nobody mad at nobody But I do get mad when people flex and tell lies and try to assert a reality that is not true for everybody. They might see themselves as being a race, but no one else agrees with that except them, and they don't even agree with it when it comes to identity. When it comes to identity in a white supremacist system. They hold on to whiteness when it is convenient for them. And I ain't lying. So
hell yeah.
if I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't lying. All right, speaking of white supremacy and just the hideous behavior of white people, particularly police, and the resistance to allowing black people to experience justice in this society. Latest news as relates to the murder of Tamir Rice, 12-year-old baby, who was murdered by the Cleveland police, or a white man by the name of, a murderer by the name of Timothy Lowman. Well, 8 years later, the U.S. Department of Justice has declined to reopen the federal probe into his death. This is according to Associated Press. And so,
Son of a bitch.
yeah. So, yeah. Oh, just got to try to figure out another way to get this back in front of the appropriate authorities, and so that the possibility of justice might come about. But you know, and I know that ain't for to happen. I know what ought to happen. You know what ought to happen, right? You know, sometimes you got to get biblical. You know what I'm saying? Somebody kill your child? I don't know what the Bible say. Y'all work on that, okay? You Bible scholars, you Old Testament scholars, y'all check that out. Okay, so the Southern Baptist Convention is at it again. Associated Press, NPR, is reporting that Tennessee pastor Willie McLaurin has been named interim president and CEO of the Southern Baptist Convention's executive committee, becoming the first African American to lead one of the denomination's ministry entities in its more than 175-year history. Okay. And so the other dude that was in the position before the black man got fired or had to resign or whatever because of some sexual abuse reports, how he dealt with some sexual abuse reports in the Southern Baptist Church. And so they put a black man in there to try to clean that up. We'll see how well that works for Pastor Willie as he goes to represent the white people who have done some inappropriate sexual stuff. Boy, don't you hate it. There's another story I wanted to tell y'all about. I don't know if it's here or not. I was reading a piece about Flores, the brother, the Miami Dolphins, who was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, who had 2 winning seasons in a row and was fired as coach. Well, that brother has filed a lawsuit against the Miami Dolphins, the NFL, some other, and a couple other teams, the Giants and somebody else. Yeah. Flores filed a lawsuit, man. And what he alleges in the lawsuit is that the owner propositioned him and requested that he tank games, that he intentionally make calls to lose games. Yeah, y'all look it up, Google it, it's out there. Yeah, this is major. But what he did though at the same time is like eliminate himself for future consideration as a head coach in the NFL. He did do that, and I think he realized that, and what I gather from reading is that he feels all right about that. He'll take that L if the system can be changed. Right now, y'all, between 70 and 80% of men who sacrifice their bodies in the National Football League are black. 75 to 80%. And one of the coaches in the NFL is black. That's insane. But that's what it is. That's how white supremacy works. That's how racism, white supremacy, patriarchy works. Right? And if you say anything about it, then you become the problem. Well, Flores is now the problem. Just like they made Colin Kaepernick the problem. Instead of the system that is unjust. Instead of actually doing some critical reflection on the part of a system that makes its money off the sweat of black men, you would think that more of a hand of justice would reveal itself in its inner workings, but not so. Those are those high, you think players get money, coaches get money, shawty. You can believe that. They get the NFL money, they get the endorsement money. I mean, that's even on the college level. The coaches get that money because the coaches and the athletic directors, they decide what gear is going to be worn, who they're purchasing it from. There are endorsement deals that come along with that. All the equipment that those institutions use have to be purchased from somebody. It's an industry, man. And they use black people, they use young black men, our best and our brightest. They use them and grind them up like grist for the mill. And then when they get to CTE, they just blame it on them and get rid of them and don't want to compensate for that. Need to be more black coaches if they're going to do it. And like I said, I had stopped looking at football.
Yeah.
But hell, I ain't no place else to go and ain't nothing to do in hell. So I looked at a couple of playoff games. I did. Anyway. So closer to home. All right, y'all. My goodness, sisters and brothers. Atlanta's Spelman College, as well as several other HBCUs, have been targeted by bomb threats. From this weekend up until yesterday, bomb threats have been being made toward historically black schools in this country, Spelman College being one of the latest ones. Atlanta police worked with Spelman Public Safety to conduct a sweep of the campus buildings and found no explosive devices. However, they did receive a bomb threat at 3 o'clock yesterday, actually 3 a.m. yesterday morning. And so also Fort Valley State put its campus on lockdown yesterday after receiving a bomb threat. Operations were suspended and residential students were asked to remain in their dorms. Other schools, other reports. Let's see. Southern University in Baton Rouge. Also, Albany State University. Bowie State up in Maryland. Howard University in Washington, D.C. Bethune-Cookman in Daytona. Dale State in Delaware. All of these institutions in the last 3 to 4 days have received bomb threats, have been the targets of bomb threats. What do you think that's all about? Right? Usually they want to bomb black churches. But since black churches ain't doing nothing for black people no more, really, what's the next? Where do we go to next? Well, everything begins with religion. They started there. So next is education or the academy. And so now, historically black colleges and universities are being targeted for bomb threats. By whom? That's going to be interesting to discover. And I ain't gonna say nothing because, hell, sometimes I'm wrong about these things, but I think I'm right on this. You know who doing this. But until we get something in black and white, I'll withhold making a judgment. But come on, man. This is obviously something that's being orchestrated. Officials in Florida believe a neo-Nazi group was targeting the school there in Daytona. So, we'll see. Another story here out of Georgia. Check this out, y'all. So you remember I reported to you last week that the sheriff down in Lowndes County, who concluded that there was no foul play involved, no crime was committed in the murder of Kendrick Johnson. And he shut down his investigation. I reported that to you last week. A new development in that story. The sheriff at the center of the Kendrick Johnson murder investigation says that he is offering $500,000 of his own money for information that leads to a conviction in the murder of Kendrick Johnson. Do you believe that? That seems like a Jedi mind trick. But let's see. The same sheriff who just suspended the investigation said he putting up $500,000 of his own money. So we'll see how that works, and if anyone comes forward to give them a solid ID on who the murderer is, even though we already know who the murderer is. We know the young white boy, he off in college right now, enjoying his life, playing football, frolicking and dancing. He the son of an FBI agent. He just out living his life. And Kendrick Johnson been dead for 8 years now. So that is what that is. All right. Finally, somebody threw some mail out in DeKalb County, a whole bag of mail somebody threw away. Hopefully they threw some of my bills out there too. I ain't trying to see them. I ain't got nothing for them. But that's what the deal is. And so when we come back, I got a special guest in the studio. And up under me, Somalia Rahman, friend of the situation. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Tell your people and your people's people that we're about to keep getting it on the situation. Tell your people to go to trappastor.com, scroll to the bottom of that page. Get with us on, let's see here. You can get with us on Facebook. You can get with us on Twitch. You can get with us on Instagram. You can get with us on YouTube. Okay? And if you get with us on YouTube, make sure you go ahead on and share the program. Make sure you go ahead on and get the notifications and subscribe to our channel, The Situation with Dr.F. Keith Slaughter. You feel me? And make sure you go see the people at the Sandtown Pub. And make sure you see the people at Sun Goddess Sense. And make sure you see the people at Gooch's Goodies. And make sure you holler at the good people at Under the Sea Moss. I'm your brother. I'll be black when I get back with more of this thing, so don't you go anywhere.
Whatever you do, don't touch that dial.
We'll be black in a minute. We're open.
We're open.
Yes, we're open.
We are open, and Sandtown Pub is ready to serve you. We're taking precautions, wearing masks, wearing gloves, sanitizing, and practicing social distancing. We've even partnered with local leaders to hand out free masks. So stop by and enjoy our outdoor patio, dine in, call ahead for pickup, get Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery, or order online at www.sandtownpub.com.
Peace, family. It's your girl, Shelly Set with Sun Goddess Sense, your one-stop natural shop. We are located at 4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225, inside the Forest Park International Discount Mall in Forest Park, Georgia. Come check us out. You can get your health and beauty items, aromatherapy, skincare, Pan-African apparel, and more. You can reach us at 404-434-7963 or sungoddess_sense on IG or sungoddess.sense on IG or Sun Goddess Sense like page on Facebook. Peace.
Hi, I'm Broderick Gooch.
And I'm Tian Gooch.
And we're Gooch's Goodies.
Here at Gooch's Goodies, we specialize in delivering smiles and satisfaction to your home with our high quality food at affordable prices.
Our signature sauces and dishes will guarantee a flavor that your family will love, and that's a Gooch's Goodies guarantee. You can follow us on Facebook,
DoorDash,
and Grubhub. See you soon.
Mama's on the floor right now. Auntie's on the floor right now. I'm just Sunday brunching on a regular day. Sipping peach mimosas like I'm on vacation. Won't even dream about my 9 to 5 or what my boss say. Raising my glass in the air, who cares if it's Tuesday? Let's be spontaneous. Ooh, tonight. Yeah. Pick up your feet, walk to the beach, just like, oh, baby, come on. I'm losing control. I'm just Sunday brunching on a regular day. Been sitting in the same damn booth for hours, got nowhere to be. Yeah, I only wanna be around good people and vibes. Body kinda hugging my thighs while the DJ plays the song going on and on. Let's be spontaneous. Ooh, tonight. Go to the beach, just let go. Baby, come on. Losing control. Be sweet, I'm squeezed in my daiquiri. Pour like a glass of Moscato Martini. Warm as the sun as it shines through my melanin. Glowing and glistening, I love the skin. I've been running up a check like I hit the jackpot. Don't really drink, but I'm all at the bar. Told him come over, party with a star. Oh, yeah, ready. Body looking good, cause I've been at the gym. Never see me looking less than a 10. He wanna dive in, but I heard he can't swim. Let's be spontaneous tonight. Ooh, you ain't gotta hurry. Kick up your feet, move to the beach, just let go. Baby, come on. I'm losing control. My phone ringing, I gotta go. I grab my bag, you at the door. I say, where we going? You say you don't know. I just let my seat back and let my hair blow. Those were the days. You were my baby. But now it's all a blur. Wish we could get back to where we were when we would ride around town, top down, bass loud. Oh, I was down for riding around town. You was me, I was you, now we ain't cool, so now I'm just riding around town, top down, bass loud, getting down, riding around town. Wishing you was risk it all for you. Got me ready to risk it all for you. Got me ready to risk it all for you. Boy, you got me losing on my cool. It's true. I've never been the type that's been afraid to dance. I'm the type to take your hand and pull you out in the middle of the floor. Do some things you can't ignore. You say I'm a whole vibe, like I'm righteous but wretched at the same time. You can do whatever you want tonight. Just some words I need to hear. Let me whisper in your ear. Say I'm the one that you want. Say I'm the one that you need. Say I'm the one that you need in your, you need in your, you need in your world. Never knew my back could be like that. Got me ready to risk it all for you. Got me ready to risk it all for you. Got me ready to risk it all for you. Boy, you got me losing on my cool. It's true. I just got to. Say I'm the one that you want. Say I'm the one that you need. Say I'm the one that you need in your unit, in your unit, in your world. Can you do it again? Yeah. Never knew my back could be like that. Got me ready to risk it all for you.
Welcome back to the show. It's your brother, Trap Pastor, the Machine. Who is that? That's dope. Who is that? Who? Who? Oh, this is John Black. Okay. All right, I'm not surprised. I just hadn't heard that one. Okay, that's dope. Oh, that's the soul of John Black. John Black, kin people of the show. All right. I'm Slaughter, man. Back and I'm Black. My first guest up today is a consultant and a licensed educator who helps clients to unlock the power of their mind to success consciousness. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, please join me. Put your hands together for our dear brother, Mafanikio. Mafanikio, yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, though. Oh, man, what's going on, brother?
I'm feeling wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Good. Glad you're here, brother. You helping people get get their mind together.
Oh, yeah.
As it relates to how we, I guess, deal with money and deal with ideas as it relates to what success is and how that is to be achieved.
Yeah, life.
Yeah. Talk about how you got into this specialty, if you will.
All right. Well, myself, I've been a consultant for the last 4 years. I studied under Bob Proctor and also the Napoleon Hill Foundation. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get more into understanding how the mind work is I saw that it didn't matter if you was an entrepreneur or you was a professional. All of us, we have desires and goals and things that we want to achieve, but a lot of us don't really know how to get there, or we don't have the self-confidence that could put us in a vibration where we can be able to manifest the things that we want. So once I started to understand more about how the mind works and that there are principles that you can actually implement in your life, you can be able to achieve anything that you want. So I pretty much made it a mission, man, to just go across the country, go in places where I can speak and just talk to people and have them start rethinking their life and start looking at themselves differently. So what I've done is I created a foundation called Think. And that's the whole thing, getting people to think, start looking at their life different. You'll have better relationship first with yourself, with your family, and then your community.
Okay. So so what's is Think an acronym or?
No, just think.
So when you say people need to change the way they think, what do people need to change from to?
Well, if you think about it, a lot of us, we have preconditioned mindsets. And a lot of it has been conditioned from our communities, our families, things that we've been experiencing in life. And I realized that if you could put yourself in a position where you can start thinking for yourself, you can achieve any goal that you want. See, a lot of people are living right now in a vibration that they feel like they can't have more out of life, but that is not true. And I can prove that. See, everything is formed twice. First in your mind and then in the physical. You just got to know what you want and then it can happen. And that's what I do. I help to train the mind, recondition it. See, in our mind, we have something that's called a paradigm. And the paradigm is where we store a lot of information, right? Because we get information all the time. It can be like right now, people are getting information on a commercial, something that you saw online, some information from your family, friends. We get information all the time. But what happens is if you do not put it in order, that's the problem. See, we're doing stuff randomly, but when you can put yourself in a position where you can organize these thoughts, you'll be in a position to say, you know what? I desire to be this type of person. And you can put yourself in a vibration to achieve that goal. And that's what I do. I help people to rethink. We all have to rethink, right? We go to school, but you think about it. School didn't really teach us how to think. They taught us how to be robots. But how can we be robots when every last one of us was born individual? We're all different. That's why if we can get people to start see their uniqueness about themselves, everybody will be able to live a much better life.
Okay. All right. That's the first word that comes to mind is utopian. All right. And and I know that utopia doesn't exist. There'll always be challenges and obstacles as long as we're living in this life and inhabiting these what some folk refer to as earth suits. As a spirit or a soul inhabiting a body, there are inherent let's just say obstacles that have to be engaged daily. How does changing one's mindset help them to engage the normal difficulties that come with being human in the world?
See, once you accept it, that's the problem. We don't accept it. See, obstacles are going to come, just like good is going to come, right? It's a law of opposites, good and bad, up and down. but you have the ability to decide on which vibration you want to focus on. See, one of the 8th principles to success is persistence. See, when you make a decision on what you want for your life, you're going to put on blockers and you're going to do whatever it takes to be able to achieve that goal. But nobody said it was going to be easy. See, it could be simple, but being easy is a different vibration because you got to be persistent. You got to allow yourself to go through different obstacles. What do we know about a diamond? A diamond is a diamond, right? Based off of the pressure. But it's cold first. It's dark. It's black, right? But when you put that pressure on it, it becomes something so precious. Well, every last one of us have that same covering, right? We don't know who we are. A lot of us don't really know who we are. We know what people say we are, right? People put their own vibration or their own mindset on you and say, okay, I see you as this. It's called perception. But the question is, how do you see yourself? See, there are people right now that are living on different levels of life. Everybody's not living the same. There's people that are making multi-millions of dollars. Why? Because they raise their success consciousness. And what do we know about money? Money is energy. You have the ability to attract as much money as you want, but you have to reprogram your relationship, how you look at money. Now, if you're in a position where you can be able to attract as much money as you want, now what is going to happen? A domino effect. You'll be able to eat more healthier, right? You ain't worried about not being able to buy the more healthier stuff because of the costs. You'll be able to do more physical therapy with your body more regularly, right? You'll be able to do more things with the money. That's why when people look at money, we only see the lack. But we need to look at money and see what can I do with my life to make it better. That's what I do. I help people start rethinking their life. But it first starts with self. And once you get yourself together and get your mind under control, everything is going to happen like a domino effect.
Okay. So you offer classes, or how can someone engage your program and learn your technique?
Well, what I'm offering right now, and I'm very excited to be giving up this content because I realize that if by me putting it out into the universe, those who want to go to the next level, they can be able to tap into the information that I have to offer. I do have 3 classes weekly. I have a class on Sunday. At 5 p.m. That's my financial literacy class. It doesn't matter if you're making 6 figures or you have a traditional 9 to 5. Every last one of us need to be in a position where we can understand more about how money works and the money of trend, right? How it flows. On Tuesday, I have an investment class where we understand now that we make the money, but how can we make this money grow so we can be able to build a legacy for our family, right? That's important. And number 3, on Thursday at 9 p.m., I have a success mindset class. And that's where I break down the 13 principles to success. And these principles are principles that multimillionaires have used in harmony to achieve great riches. So my thing is this: if I can show people how to unlock the power that they already possess inside, it's going to make our world a better place. See, I understand something. We don't have to know more, say, I'm waiting on somebody else to give me some information to be able to change my life. Everything that we have going on right now in this world, we have to look at ourselves and say, what am I doing to change the landscape of this world? It first starts with self. So I'm playing my part. I'm giving out this content, and I hope those who are serious about raising their success consciousness take full advantage of these free classes, and they're via Zoom.
Okay. I was going to ask how much it costs. Okay, so in a sense, you giving up game for free.
Yes.
Who do that? Where they do that at?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I looked at it like this. I said, if I can put out this information into the universe, what's gonna happen is things are gonna be changing. See, I know that I am the new voice of action. And what is my words? My words are energy. So those who hear my words and they take action, that's the key. They take action to what they hear. See, a lot of us get information. We go on social media, right? And we consume so much information, but they're not taking this information and turning into knowledge. See, when you turn it into knowledge, you're implementing what you're learning. And then you start to get the results that you've been manifesting. It's 1, 2, 3. But if you don't know how to follow the formula, that's where I come in at. And I love to be able to give up this sauce.
I feel you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, dude sound like a preacher, right? And I'm cool because I'm a preacher. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I like preachers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what it sounds like is, I don't know, the religion of success. Or something like that. Has anyone ever compared your teachings to sacred teachings that might emerge out of being informed by some kind of sacred text?
Well, I do come out of a religious background. But what I realize is this: when you start understanding more about yourself, you really become awakened. You know what I'm saying? And you see life very differently. And then when you go on this journey, you don't know nothing about this journey, right? So it's like, okay, now that you're realizing that you're different and you feel different, how do you go down this journey, right? And I realized that. See, my thing is this: I understand how religion is formed. That's why I don't get into debates with individuals, because I understand it's a touchy situation when you're talking about, religion and what's logic. But here's the thing: if we can both agree, right? Because we all have a level of consciousness. My goal is to be able to pull out information from individuals so they can answer questions and they can hear themselves answer those questions, right? And that's the key, where I'm not telling you what to say, but you're coming into your own consciousness to understand, you know what? Wow, this makes sense. See, a lot of us just kind of go with the flow. My goal is to have you start thinking first. And then once you start thinking, then you can make better decisions for your life. Your mate, right? A lot of us, we get mates and we get in these relationships because of outward. But what happens if you start understanding more about yourself and your values and how you feel about yourself, you'll know that that other individual has to match your energy. See, a lot of people don't know who they are. That's why they're tapping into other energies and they're forming to be like other individuals. You see what I'm saying? But when you start to really understand about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Now what happens is the same people who go to church, right? And the same people who go to meetings and stuff like that, what are they getting? They're getting information. Now it's all about what they're going to do with that information. My goal is not to convert anybody. My goal is to unlock.
I feel you. Okay, so I feel the preacher vibe, and I also feel the therapist vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because
I'm definitely a teacher. Definitely.
Okay, and I hear you and see you using an educational model in order to create transformation, or at least in order to offer the opportunity for transformation for those who want to take the action necessary to experience it.
That's right. Okay. They don't have to do it by themselves. There's support. There's people out here that want to see you, live a great life. You know what I mean? So yes, that's my whole mission, man. If I can help do that, especially for people who look like me, I'm all for it.
How can people get at you, man, to experience Brother Zoo doing what he do?
Well, you can go to my website, is zoomafanikio.com. That's ZUMAFANIKIO. Mafanikio.com, and also Mafanikio means king of success. So I live in this vibration. It's Swahili, so I wanted to keep it essence to how I look at myself and how I want people to look at me. I'm Mafanikio.
I feel you, brother Mafanikio. And man, I don't know, I'm sitting up here looking at you the whole time. I'm thinking, this dude's some kin. Yeah, we some kin, man. we kin people, man. I don't know where your people from, man.
Oh, well, we island boys, so you know. But still, we ain't like, so we definitely can.
Cause I'm like, this dude look like my uncle now, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's good to meet you, brother Mafanikio.
Thank you
sir.
so much.
And y'all get at Brother Zoo. Again, how can folks get at you one more time, man?
Mafanikio.com, or you can call my office at 404-997-3246. Again, that's Mafanikio.com, and the office is 404-997-3246.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, please put your hands together for our dear brother Mafanikio. Gia. All right, then. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be black when we get back with more of this thing called a situation. Because sisters and brothers, we're in a situation. Brother Mafanikio trying to show us how to get out of it. I got to pick his brain while the camera off. You know what I'm talking about? See what we can get popping over here. All right, I'm your brother. I'll be black when I get back with more of this situation. Don't you go nowhere. Because we open.
Back with more of your
We're open.
Hell
Yes,
yeah,
we're
all
open.
We are open, and Sandtown Pub is ready to serve you. We're taking precautions, wearing masks, wearing gloves, sanitizing, and practicing social distancing. We've even partnered with local leaders to hand out free masks. So stop by and enjoy our outdoor patio, dine in, call ahead for pickup, get Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery, or order online at www.sandtownpub.com.
Peace, family. It's your girl, Shelly Set with Sun Goddess Sense, your one-stop natural shop. We are located at 4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225, inside the Forest Park International Discount Mall in Forest Park, Georgia. Come check us out. You can get your health and beauty items, aromatherapy, skincare, Pan-African apparel, and more. You can reach us at 404-434-7963 or sungoddess_sense on IG, or sungoddess.sense on IG, or Sun Goddess Sense like page on Facebook. Peace.
Hi, I'm Broderick Gooch,
And I'm Tian Gooch.
and we're Gooch's Goodies.
Here at Gooch's Goodies, we specialize in delivering smiles and satisfaction to your home with our high-quality foods at affordable prices.
Our signature sauces and dishes will guarantee a flavor that your family will love, and that's a Gooch's Goodies guarantee. You can follow us on Facebook
DoorDash
and Grubhub. See you soon.
working so hard. Oh, baby, I'm about to bleed. Been so long, this old dog done had a bone. I'm out here, baby, fixing potholes when you're alone. Yes, I am. Early in the morning, with my baby calling me. So early in the morning, I'm in the backyard. Can't you see? Can't you see? Early in the morning, with my baby calling me. So early in the morning, I'm in the backyard. Can't you see? Can't you see? Early in the morning.
No doctor, no, can be
Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. We'll
You say it's over, but I think you want more of my precious time. Well, if you think I'm losing my grip on it, trip on it, I'm losing my mind. 'Cause I dreamt I heard you say you missed it, things we used to do in the night. Baby, you think you ever wanna do right with me again? Don't hesitate. Nothing but I'm losing my mind, baby. Ain't got nothing but You say you're done with my type of bullshit and you want to be free. Well, I know you're a sweet bird and you're flying through the trees, but your home is with me. And darling, I promise you I'll take the time to journey deep into your mind and find out what you need. But I need some time. I need some time. I'm losing my mind, baby. I need some time. Nothing but time. I'm losing my mind, baby. Ain't got nothing but time. I need some time. I need some time. I'm losing my mind. Nothing but time.
Give me my big screen back, Craig. I don't know. I don't use that one. Welcome back to the show, y'all. Craig, y'all up in my face, man. Y'all up in my face, dude. Anyway, man, welcome back to the show, man. This is Situation Slaughter up under me, John Black. It's good music, good stuff. I appreciate my guest, Zoo Mafanikio, for appreciating for coming through and kicking some of that live consciousness transformation. Black love talk to us today. My next guest is a friend of the situation. It's her first time here this year, though. She ain't been here this year. Have I seen you this year? I think I have, quite possibly. I think so. I seen you this year. Well, it wasn't long enough. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, put your hands together for our dear sister, entrepreneur, crafts person, activist.
Renaissance woman.
Yeah, she do a lot of stuff. Ebon'e G. A lot of things. I had a partner from Jersey. He say fiend. He didn't say things. He said fiends. A lot of things going on.
Forgive me for looking like distracted. I'm just.
Hey, do your thing.
But greetings. No, not that kind of close up, Craig, because I got a little blemish on my face.
It's all good. That's a beauty mark. We doing beauty marks.
Okay, beauty marks.
I mean, Craig, you put it on you. See, he had me. He got a filter he put on me that make me look like black, like your jeans.
Put that filter on.
He got what a filter that he made me have me looking super black. I'd be like, cool. Cause see, you can't hurt my feelings making me black. I love being black. It's a beautiful thing.
It most certainly is.
Yeah. So what's up?
I am spectacular as always.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm glad to be alive. Glad to be up in here.
Indeed, on the right side of the dirt.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as I can tell, I'm up here. I got my little. I got these here.
Out here dripping and finesse. That's my new line, Drip Militia.
Drip Militia. This is dope. Oh, the lip biting thing. Look at that.
No, my thing is
that's
we
dope.
have to fight against so many things in life. We have to fight against haters. We have to fight against the system. We have to fight against the perpetual terrorist racism.
Yeah.
Might as well look good doing
Might as well look good while you doing it.
I'm ready for battle.
I see you. I like that. I like yours. I see you got the boots on.
Don't tell nobody. These are my daughter's boots.
Yeah, them Nirvana's boots. I seen her wearing them before. She scared me when she had them on.
But here's the thing. We have to fight against so much in our life. And a lot of times what I've noticed is I can run to Kroger or Publix or something, and people have this just downtrodden, monotonous look. We've had a crazy past.
Bring that mic just a little bit closer to you.
Oh, absolutely. Step up to the mic. There you go. We've had a crazy past 2 years, and unfortunately, people have gotten, and through no fault of our own, we were stuck in this weird paradigm where people couldn't go to the beauty salon. Guys couldn't get a haircut. People couldn't touch up on their Bijan, or as the hood says, Beijing. But anyway, they couldn't touch up on their beauty essentials, and people fell into a bit of
Add to this comedian. Okay, let's just make sure to the
darling.
Renaissance thing. Okay. Anyway.
Yes, darling. So people couldn't touch up on their maintenance. And a lot of those maintenance items were our security blankets. And so when people were stuck in the house and they had no ability to touch up on those things, a lot of things were revealed to themselves, to their partners, to their children. I mean, you had women whose men didn't know they were wearing a lace front. And they couldn't go glue that thing down. Everybody had on a headband.
How did that get past a Negro?
Yeah,
that Negro wasn't paying attention to detail.
No, you know what it is? No, listen, these head garments are fantastic. When I tell you, they have really come a long
They've come a long way.
Oh my, baby hairs and all.
Yeah.
So,
But to think that that's not detectable is to delude
there
oneself.
are some that are undetectable.
Damn. I know you as a hair lady, and I know you another one of your professions is hair lady, but
there are undetectable.
from a brother, take it from a brother. Brothers be letting sisters think that they getting away
That's
with
beautiful.
stuff.
God bless you.
And
guys
that's what that's about.
God bless you for that.
Brothers be knowing what time it is.
Okay.
We just appreciate, for a brother like me, you appreciate when people put in effort to try to, see about themselves in a way that make them feel good. But at the end of the day, it's all about, people being able to feel comfortable.
Indeed.
With themselves.
Indeed.
And with the skin that they have to occupy.
Absolutely.
Everybody can't be like Sammy Sosa and lighten up.
or as he calls it, cleaning up his skin. That's what he said.
Cleaning
he
up his
literally
skin.
said, I just clean up my skin.
That's
which is incredibly sad.
Lord, help.
Conversation
Help
for
Sammy
another
Sosa.
day.
What you writing?
I was sending an email to Craig, the man behind the scenes.
Oh, okay, so we can get the stuff up.
So, but the unfortunate thing that occurred was that people fell into this rut and it became a comfortable rut. And so a lot of people that I know, and present company included, who were about their fits really started looking any old kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
We have to deal with a lot. And listen, it's inconsequential among the larger scheme of life. However, I still think that you should always at least put your best foot forward once you open that door.
No doubt. I can reference a book I was reading this morning, Flash of the Spirit by Ferris. It was talking about in Yoruba culture, aesthetics are of primary concern. And it was like, and it's the aesthetics of, it's the aesthetics of the norm, in that one should not look too awesomely beautiful, because when people look too awesomely beautiful in Yoruba culture, that up under that is a skeleton, right? A frightening skeleton. Okay, and then you don't want people to be too ugly, because hell, you can't look at them. You know what I'm saying? So it's about balance. You know what I mean? But aesthetics means something. The way something looks, the way it's shaped, the way it's formed, the way it presents.
I should.
Yeah. And that's part of who we are as black people. And even when we when we lack resources, we use ingenuity and creativity to be able to reveal the beauty in the simplicity of our existence. You know what I mean? And so one of the things that you have done is taken just a military camouflage, because I like camouflage.
Me too.
You know what I mean? It's cool.
Do.
And I guess it's because it's beige and brown and black and green, and I like all of them colors, Yesterday I wore green. When I be thinking about being prosperous, you know what I mean, and
I think
kind of putting that vibe up out in the air, the prosperity vibe. I did come up yesterday too. I ain't gonna you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Every now and then, old man come up.
And here's the thing: it has utilitarian properties because it keeps you warm. It's very, very weather resistant. So,
but they dope and they stylish,
Super
and
dope.
you're gonna be the only baby girl.
And I customize them
like that. And you'll put somebody's name on them and everything.
Your name. You can choose whatever color sleeves you want. Things of that nature.
That's one of them. Let me look at this other one.
This is another incarnation of the Drip Militia line.
Okay, now all of these seem kind of ladyish. Are they?
Oh no, we make a men's line too.
You got a men's. And that one got an arm up.
Yeah,
like
that's my signature
posted.
lining. That fuchsia pink lining. Because what is the world without fuchsia pink?
It's
but
just
this
boring.
Is another incarnation. I say,
and it'd be a whole lot of gay dudes that wouldn't have shit to wear. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
An ankara a day keeps the doctor away. And so if you flip it around, We're gonna let him have that moment. If you flip it around, all of you that know me know Africa lives in my mind, heart, and soul.
You can act like that shit was funny. That shit was funny. Go ahead.
But he's here every Thursday.
You know that shit. I'm here every week. Anyway, I like when I crack. When I be laughing like this uncontrollably.
You have got to crack yourself up.
No, I'll be looking at the man in the box because he be like that falling out. That's just crazy.
Me and my sister used to call those laugh attacks.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
a
you
laugh
have to
attack.
have one.
Okay, and that's in Africa.
Yes, because I
like that. See, I feel that. That's dope.
I believe that an Ankara a day keeps
Folks
the
gonna be
doctor
one.
away.
Folks gonna be blowing you up when they blow
already
you.
are.
I'm sure.
I literally can't get down the block without
I believe
10
it.
people stopping me. Where'd you get that jacket?
Oh,
from?
check this out. So you're
These
doing
are the
this.
shirts. You know, I'm just I like to upcycle things. I want to repurpose things.
What you call it? Upcycling.
Yes, upcycling, darling.
Yes.
You know, it's the foundation of who I am as a Renaissance woman.
I feel you.
I give new life to your well-loved items.
Man, that's dope. This is dope.
Why,
I like the way you are upcycling, repurposing garments and turning something that's like mundane into something that's beautiful and
popping.
Drip
__
for
militia.
real.
Become a part of the army. Be one of my street soldiers. Join us. On Instagram, drip __ militia. You know your girl will keep you funky fresh, dressed to impress, and ready to party.
Okay, this is the, I don't know, I think this is, I've been knowing you for, I guess, about 7, 8 years.
A little longer than that, yep.
And, but this is the, probably the 5th or 6th version
yes, I continue
of you
to evolve.
professional. I'm talking about as a professional. You know, you do
personally and professionally all the time. And here's the deal. That's one of the biggest things that keeps us back. Fear of evolution. Everything in this world evolves. Everything. You start from a zygote and you go on up to life. You start from a seed and it becomes a tree. Everything evolves. Humans are afraid to evolve.
Yeah.
I have a homegirl who is a brilliant, magnificent woman, Renaissance woman, not unlike myself. And she literally said to me recently, I was feeling like I wanted to do something different in business, but I'm stuck because I don't want to hear people say, oh, look at her doing something else. I said, oh, no, sis. Everything is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The season of that other thing is done. Go on to your next greatness. They're waiting for us.
Yeah. Yeah,
People don't know what they want until
you show 'em.
vanguards of culture and positive thoughts show them.
Yeah.
Some of us are
This is
called
what
to
you
these
like.
things.
This is
Indeed.
you like this.
And oftentimes, sometimes the people closest to you don't celebrate you until strangers afar celebrate you.
That's true. I find that to be true. And often and unfortunately, you know, sometimes people closest to you don't want to accept your evolution.
Indeed.
Because
it
people
makes
who
them
tend,
fear being left behind.
Yep. Boom.
They are afraid of their own growth and evolution, and so watching you evolve discomforts them. They are disquieted in their spirit because they no longer see a space for them and their mundane monotony in your
new world
evolution.
Yeah.
And it scares them. They say, where am I gonna go?
Right. And people will do one of several different kinds
absolutely.
of things in order to either thwart that, to get their weight up and roll with you, or to
That's right.
kind of undermine what it is that you're trying to do.
In another world, they say, or get off the pot. And listen, the end of a friendship, a journey, an interaction is not the death of it. It is just the evolution of it.
Right, transition.
Sometimes someone's space in your life has come to an end. It doesn't mean that there's beef or animosity. It just means good tidings to you on your next phase of this journey. I have to keep pushing forward.
There you go. And that's how it's going to be with people who don't know how to grow with you.
Hey.
See, that's why I grow with you. I'm drip militia, you know, all the way to the bone. But I'm also, Sister Ebon'e G,
I know. I feel the energy. You also Diamond in the Rough. Diamond in the Rough hasn't gone anywhere.
I'm Diamond in the Rough. For life.
Hey, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Now you see what Ebon'e does with this with cloth and material. Well, if you have furniture of any type, she takes that and she transforms that in the same way she does with fabric. And of course, she uses fabrics in a lot of what she does, and you'd use lots of colors and paints and
materials and all that.
Materials, and you kind of like like a Romare Beard. And
my favorite artist is Romare Beard.
Right, okay, well, mine
I am
too.
inspired by his
the collage.
Yes, the collage effect. I'm inspired by.
And that's what this
You see it.
This looks like. Yeah,
Romare Bearden is my favorite artist.
Okay, Ashe.
Absolutely, Ashe-o.
Yeah, I love Romare Bearden's work too. It's like future.
You
It
guys
looks
should
like
check
it
it
looks
out.
like this.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and it's about taking things that you can access, materials and mediums,
That's right.
and mixing them and
it does.
and combining them
And-
in
and
ways
creating-
that others say that can't be done. That's exactly what you do.
It is.
Yeah,
And here's the thing.
I like to
I
think
make
that
a lot of reference to biblical things because that's the essence of our people. That's we came up with that. But the Bible says those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. I never see things as they are. I see them as they can be or they will be.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's interesting that you say that. It's called vision, right? And with me particularly, I remember. I just think about how me and my dad, when he was alive, and that was a long time ago. But my dad, we would ride around. It made no difference what city. It made no difference, just where. As we would ride, he'll look and he'll see a building, and then he'll start talking about how you can turn that into a church. It didn't make no difference what. It'd be a school bus. See, this is what you do. You block them windows out. And you take the bus driver's seat, you turn it around, put a microphone right there, and then you got 50 people, man. That's a successful church.
And he was a visionary, and that's such a good thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're called to be visionaries in the space of the people that we're around to just inspire some of their vision.
Yeah,
or their talents.
It's beautiful. It's a difficult situation, place to be in, but it's a place that all sectors of society need people who are forward thinking, who are able to push ahead an agenda that others are not able to see materialize in front of them at the moment.
Forward.
Yeah,
we pushed. I've pushed culture forward.
Yeah,
many a time.
I like to think, man, that that's what we're doing here at Beloved Community because clearly, church ain't gonna never be like it was.
No.
That is over, and so those who are unable to evolve and adapt to what's going on presently, more than likely won't be able to restart when they hit the restart button. A matter of fact, if you ever quit, it might be difficult to hit the start button because you got to move with the flow as the flow moves. You know what I'm saying?
So many people are unable. So many people are unable to rebound from the knowledge that church will never be the same again. Pastors included.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I was talking to a colleague yesterday about trying to record some of the narratives of pastors and churches as they struggle to live through what we know.
And congregants, because I think it's such a big. Some congregants, the church has held them up.
Yeah,
they don't know what to do without it.
And it's just I continue to say this, but it's strange to me though how this seems to be the one business that
can't rebound.
Yeah, that's having difficulty rebounding. And I'm wondering what was exposed to people about themselves or about the church during the midst of the quarantine. What was it that was exposed, that was brought to the forefront of the mind that had been in the subconscious that caused people to accept that gathering was not necessary?
It's funny you say that because you actually conjured something. You just made me conjure some thoughts. And so I think, and I could be wrong, but this is how I see it. I think for the entirety of our existence, we were always told we're holding it together because we get together and go see about the Lord every Sunday. And that was just per forma. We did that. You could be at the club. You'd be like, oh, girl, I got to go to church. Throw a shawl over your shoulder. You in the church. And our mothers and our grandmothers instilled in us that you could not make it without going to church. That was the foundational basis of how we pushed through for generations. And then when the churches closed, people was like, wait, what? I can still make it till next week without going? Okay. And so they stopped doing it.
Yeah,
It's uncomfortable.
I think you're right, and I think that's part of the problem. We thought we were meeting God at church, right? And that never was the purpose of it.
Fellowshipping.
Right. It was being among people, cross-pollinating, exchanging information. More than that, exchanging energy and getting refueled by the sacred performances that are offered. And, I think, man, one of the most powerful things that would happen that doesn't happen anymore was, grab your neighbor by the hand, give somebody a hug. The human touch that was shared in the space was also, I think, helpful. But again, you see people going out just in the spaces where they don't have to be engaged with each other.
I feel you, but here's the deal. That you're 100% right with that. But that journey started some time ago.
Oh, of course.
I always liken it to, and I have this discussion all the time with people. I say when we, in the 80s, we had the big boom box. We had a music instrument that drew people to us.
Unpack that all the way out.
We had the boombox and the linoleum, and it drew crowds to us. And there was strength in our numbers.
Right.
We grew, we became more creative. We developed an art form and sent it out to the world. They said, we're going to stop this togetherness. When they created the everything, iPhone, iPad, it was, people call it the I. What does the I stand for? I've always said it stands for isolation. Because everybody has a source of music and a communication device, but they're all isolated. I literally went back to New York one time. I saw a group of kids on the train after school, and it gave me a nostalgic feeling because me and my friends did that.
Right.
But they were all together. They all had on earbuds and were on their phones.
In their own individual
to
world.
each other, and no one was talking.
Yeah.
And then two out of the group would laugh and chuckle at a simultaneous joke, and I'm like, oh my God, what on earth am I watching?
And you got to extrapolate that into what the next generations will look like, what communication will look like, what is the future of the development of society among people.
It's why people are so socially awkward. It's why people have such an increase in their hidden drug use, because people need communication. Communication is like water to a plant or chlorophyll.
Yeah.
You need it to flourish. You develop better communication skills. You interact with people. You feed off of energy. We are an amalgamation of everybody that we know and interact with. We have our own foundational, aspects of who we are, but there are elements of our personality that we take from people. We might see, I like the way he handles himself, and you take a little of that. She's so jazzy. I want to be like that, and you go home and implement that into the amalgamation of who you are as a person. With everybody being so isolated and distracted, you don't have the ability.
Yeah.
You're literally sitting there watching a screen of everybody's life, getting this false perception that everybody's happy when they're not.
Yeah. And my question is in my mind, no doubt. And then it places even more, even a wider chasm, I think.
I agree.
Not just between people who are of the same generation, but it places much more difficulty in engaging intergenerational communications. You know, one of the things that I'm just loved about this season as it relates to the work that we're doing here. Had a young man who's the general contractor for the work that we're getting done, 25 years old.
Wow.
Right?
Beautiful.
Everybody who's doing the work is 25 years old or less.
Wow.
Right? And it's interesting to look at young people's approach to problem solving. Right? Young black men, I'm watching young black men look at a problem, figure it out. I'm talking about these gentlemen are less than 25 years old or less. And I'm watching them engage problems, right? And work through them. Okay, so for instance, we got like the basement area that we refurbishing, and we was like, okay, we're gonna need to get a concrete truck and see if we can get the concrete truck, back it up as far as we can, and get the vacuum kind that'll shoot the stuff in there. And we're like, that's gonna be like X number of $1,000. And then my contractor says, oh, shout out What's Next Grant. And my contractor says, nah, go buy the Quick-Crete. We'll put it inside. We'll bring some water inside. We'll mix it up inside and mix it and dump it right there and get it done for a fraction of the cost. And with less stress, less, invention. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. And it looks like, the walls and the floors and stuff look like you in Ghana. Look like you in Sierra Leone, because them brothers out there actually rubbing the concrete with their hands. Like you see the brothers doing.
The energy that is putting into the foundation. Is going to make what you're doing stronger than ever.
I really agree with that. So you know what? That shit's crazy. If black people work together like they did during the electric slide,
indeed.
Unstoppable. And that's kind of what we do. Because some people be spinning, some people be shuffling, but we still end up on the same foot at the right time. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that about your people.
Me too. Aren't they magnificent?
Your people are something else.
We are, aren't we, darling? Yes, we are.
Tell people how to get in this drip militia gear one more time.
You can find me on Instagram at drip_militia. That is MILITIA.
Drip
as
_militia.
Militia.
Yeah.
Join the Street Soldier family.
Will you do it? Won't you get down? And when y'all see me with one of these sequins jackets on,
absolutely, I got
y'all
you.
know I done lost my damn mind.
I got you. And we have a few other things. We have a few other pieces that we're launching as well. We do men's as well and children. Also, for my Diamond in the Rough people, I'm always reupholstering furniture that will never leave. You can find me on Facebook, Diamond in the Rough Reupholstery.
So, Craig, the other day when the Couch of Love broke down and I called Ebon'e, didn't I call as soon as it broke down? I bet she don't believe it broke down. Then it broke down again. I'm just sitting up here by the grace of the Lord.
Hey, listen, we serve an on-time God. Won't he do it? All the
You're
time.
so full of Christmas dressing.
Let me tell you something. I literally, I'm going to be in full transparency. I went through a period of, I've never been in that low space. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm Hope Springs Eternal all the time. The last 2 years have been so gut-wrenching. Lost my grandmother, who was my heart and soul.
Yeah.
My baby sister was giving birth, had a stroke, fell into a coma, was paralyzed. I jumped up and left. Lift her out of the bed 10 times a day to go to the bathroom. I didn't care. And then while I was up there taking care of her, my ex-husband went into the hospital, never to walk out again, and went through a traumatic, end of life illness. I mean, it just progressively got worse. And so I had to be I've carried this black woman trope, the strong black woman trope for so long because that's all I ever knew how to be. I thought that's who I had to be. That's who we are. And all of that loss depleted me. I was pouring from an empty vessel.
Yeah.
I had nothing left. And I literally sat down emotional, crying, and I said, God, I've gone through a 30-year period in my adulthood where I never had a family member die. For 30 years. I had no relationship with death.
Right.
People I knew something happened to, and I gave them the compassion, but I had no personal relationship. And I had to sit down while I was in my closet on the floor crying and say, God, I now know why you didn't let anybody die. You knew I couldn't handle it. I was so emotionally broken. And I had to make peace with it. All of a sudden, the light in my kitchen started flashing all the time. And I've heard throughout life that when a light is flashing, the ancestors are talking to you. My ex-husband, I feel like they're with me. I talk to him every single day.
And that's what, I guess that's what people
keeps me.
Are saying what people mean when they say that people don't die.
They don't.
Unless we let them. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I hold on to them. Our ancestors are waiting for us. We have to call on them so they can do the work in our lives. You know,
Ashe.
They're the deacons of heaven, or the universe.
Ashe.
Ashe.
I'm with it. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, Sister Ebon'e, the drip militia situation. There we go. Brighten up a little bit, buddy. All right, man. Tomorrow's the last day of this week. This has been a tough week, man, but I'm glad that you made it through, sis.
Is today Thursday?
No, today Wednesday. Tomorrow Thursday. We out of here tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You know, we don't work on Friday.
Yeah, I don't keep track of days.
Yeah, we don't work on Friday.
I've released all of that.
The only reason I keep track of them because people who be paying me do.
I don't keep track of them.
Yeah, and that's good because you pay yourself.
I don't keep track of time or days. Like most people are so in love with time, not me. You know, they're on Chronos. I'm on Kairos. I'm on.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, I got to send Craig home at a certain time. Oh man, all right, that was cool, man. It was a good day, good interviews, great black people. It's Black History Month, African American History Month, and so we're kicking it and celebrating all month long, like we do every day on this show, because we're in a situation and we got to figure our way out of it. And so, until tomorrow, peace to the Archbishop and the Holy Family, to the beloved community I love so well, to my video engineer, Craig Migley, to my crack research staff, HC in the place to be, and producer C to the O to the Courtney Omega. Stop playing. And to the man in the box, on hand claps and applause and assorted, yeah, whatever, and assorted sound effects, the Grand Imperial Slice Master Supreme, big not little. Look at the people, man, do their thing. And you, hell, all I want you to do is love me, and I'ma love you black. Peace to the people, power to the people, and root to the nasty. Quit playing.
The mouth of the wise teaching knowledge, but the lips of the fool talking foolishness. I am mighty. We don't like the hypocrites, we don't like the parasites. They scheme by day, they plot by night, shining on the plight of the poor and the sufferers. Jah know them are backstabbers. Jah know them are bloodsuckers. I can't take them vampires, cause I'm a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter. I'm fighting for what is right. No, not fight. Fight to keep out all them parasites. Cause I'm a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter. I am a freedom fighter.
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it, you know.
Hear what I man say. Right now, but each and every day I say, oh people now, here I say, freedom, Rasta people them freedom, African people freedom, the original people, they can't find your body. Don't let them control your mind. So free up your mind, oh people now who have been trapped by the demons of the beast. They are trying to destroy your mind and spirit, your heart and soul, your divine control before they violate your body and destroy your world. They are waging all kind of warfare to distract and confuse your mind. Break them shackles, break them chains. Don't let them control your brain. Break them shackles, break them chains. Even though them change your name. Wake up, wake up, free your mind. Wake up, wake up, free your mind. If they control your mind, they can control your thoughts. If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. Prompting you to take their baits that will lead you to self-destruction. With your self-defeating, self-destructive actions, doing exactly what they want. As you fall in their trap, say, up your manipulation, them unleash, them demons and them beast. and their propaganda. Desensitizing your minds for more lies and falsification. To the medias and their institutions, we make up wars and more distractions. Confusing and mixing up your mind. Do you know what are their plans? I say it's mind control. Them evil Babylonians, they wanna steal your soul. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free.